Hi everyone, so I have decided to start a new thing called Short Story Sunday. I don't know if I'm going to finish this today. I might have to do it in 2 parts. But basically on Sundays I will be trying to read you a short story, an original story by me. So, here we go. This is going to be the first one. This is out of my book, Another World Called Ours. And the story is called Rain and Dandelions. It was summertime, and my parents were cooking out. It was the first summer since my sister Claire had passed away that they were actually outside enjoying themselves. I stood by the sliding doors in the kitchen, watching them with anger and a bit of hatred. I hated myself for hating their happiness, but it felt so wrong to feel happy when Claire was gone. "Cora," my mother yelled, "the food is ready." I had a hot dog and a bit of potato salad. I used to be able to eat a ton at cookouts. I loved the taste of grilled food, but now everything seemed just so bland and empty. When we all finished eating and cleaning up, my parents went back into the house. I decided to stay outside with our dog, Max. So I'm kind of cut off here, but I'm reading from my computer. I laid on the grass and stared up at the sky. It was a velvet blue color with silver specks. I looked to Max, who was sniffing the ground. I wondered if he missed her, if he even noticed that she was gone. Maybe he didn't. Maybe dogs were lucky in that way, that they forgot those kind of things really fast. Or maybe he hurt just as much as I did, but couldn't tell anyone. "Do you believe in wishes?" I sarcastically asked him with a laugh at the end. I used to. Claire and I would blow on dandelions and wish for silly things. I turned to see that he had fallen asleep. I decided to get up and take a walk. I didn't go very far, as it was starting to get dark. Soon I came upon a small house whose yard was filled with dandelions. I stared at the yard. I really wanted to pick some of them, but of course I can't, I thought. I would look crazy going into some stranger's yard to pick dandelions. When I turned to go back home, I came face to face with an old woman. She was just a bit shorter than I. She wore a long flowy dress with bold prints, kind of like those women who run metaphysical shops that teach yoga on Tuesdays or whenever. "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to frighten you, Cora," she said in the nicest voice possible. She didn't really frighten me until she said my name. I didn't remember ever meeting her or my parents describing anyone like her, so the fact that she knew my name was creepy. "Oh, it's okay. I'm okay. Have we met before? If we did, I'm sorry, but I don't remember it. We meet more often than you think, my dear. I must see you around often." Where was I at? Oh. Like at the store or something, I thought. I probably just never paid any attention. Still, what was an elderly lady doing out at night by herself? I shouldn't have been out, but I'm not claiming that I was making smart decisions either. "Okay, well, I should be getting back home. Have a nice night. Please don't go yet, Cora. I have something for you." She opened her purse and pulled out... Oh my god, I am finding mistakes. Oh my god. 1A. Pull out a dandelion that had turned to its puffy, seed-blowing state. "Here," she said, "I saved this one for you." I looked at her, not knowing what to say besides an awkward thank you. I thought about just taking it, thanking her, tossing it somewhere, but something told me that there was going to be more to it than that. "This dandelion here is not your average dandelion. You can see just by its seeds." She wasn't lying or exaggerating. The seeds were pretty big, and there was exactly 7 of them as opposed to normal dandelions that may have hundreds of smaller ones. She held it out, and I slowly took it from her hand. There was something else different about it as well. It wasn't white. Upon closer look, it was silver. "You see that one in the middle?" she said, pointing to the seeds that were shinier. To one of the seeds that were shinier and a bit taller than the rest. That is where you make your big wish." "What is my big wish?" Whatever you desire, but be warned, you only get to keep whatever it is until the last seed has blown away. One will detach from the dandelion per day. So I have 7 days to keep my wish. Yes, dear. That is exactly right. Now I must be going. Wait, aren't you going to tell me not to do things like fly where people can see me, or say be careful what you wish for? Be careful not to get your heart broken. She didn't say any more, and I didn't ask anything else. We both went our separate ways. When I got home, I placed a dandelion on my dresser and went to bed. When I woke up the next morning, I was surprised to see it was still there. I was so sure it all had just been some dream. If it wasn't, and all of what had happened was real, then I could wish for anything I wanted. But what was I going to wish for? Need to be tame. As I picked up the dandelion, something caught my eye. It was a picture of Claire and I at the park. I took it just a few months before we found out that she was sick. I used to carry it around in my purse. The night that she died, I put it on the dresser and pulled up the blinds in the window. I promised her that I would help her be under the moonlight one last time, and that was the only way I knew how. I picked up the picture. Her smile was so big. I remember how upset we were that day. We had planned to spend the whole day at the park, but it started to rain. Then Dad told some joke about an owl, and that made us laugh. And after that we went for ice cream and watched the rain while we ate. I wish I could recreate that day, I said to myself. No, I couldn't wish for something like that. I mean, Claire is dead. Wouldn't that be crossing the line somehow? But then again, maybe there is no line, no boundaries. The old woman didn't say there were rules. I took the dandelion outside. Sitting on the steps of my house, I thought all about the possible things that I could wish for. I wanted none of them as much as I wanted to see Claire again. I wish to see my sister again, I said. I waited a few seconds, but nothing happened. I was about to toss the dandelion onto the lawn when the big middle seed flew off. It landed in the grass, and then there was a burst of silver light. I backed away as it was so bright it hurt my eyes. I covered my eyes, taking only small peeks until the light was completely gone. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Lying there on the grass was Claire, wearing a short black dress that she had worn to a school dance. This is amazing, I thought. This can't be real. Did I really wish my sister back to life? She blinked several times before speaking. Where am I? You're back. You're back in our yard. I am? Yes, but you can only stay for 7 days. Then what? Then you go back, I guess. She looked at me but said nothing. She looked confused. She looked hurt. I started to feel bad. What had I done? Maybe she was happy there where she was. Maybe bringing her back brought back her pain. Just then, we heard the front door. We turned to see my mother walking out. She had a purse and was heading for the car. Of course, said Claire. Mom always did her shopping on Saturdays after she got paid. Before she gets in the car, she reminds me to clean up the kitchen, as it is my grandmother's birthday and she deserves to celebrate in a clean space. I had almost forgotten entirely about my grandmother's birthday, but something else kept me from thinking about it. I can't believe it, I said. I can, said Claire. Mom was always doing stuff at the last minute. Yes, but that's not what I'm talking about. Oh? You're back from the dead, and her mother didn't say anything about it. She just got into the car to go shopping. Maybe only you can see me. That does make sense, I guess. I was the one who made the wish. So how am I here? I told you, I wished for you to come back. Yes, I know, but how? An old woman gave me a magical dandelion. Magical dandelion. It was silver, and when I wished for you, it had this bright silver light. Maybe... Okay, where am I? Where were you that you came in contact with someone carrying a magical dandelion? Mom and Dad were grilling that night, and it made me miss you. I decided to go for a walk to take my mind off things. By yourself at night? I looked around to make sure no one else had heard her yell. She may have been invisible to others, but that didn't mean they couldn't hear her. No one else seemed to have noticed, so we were safe here. So we were safe there. Yes, I didn't go far, I promise. She sighed and told me to go on. I told her about the yard with dandelions, how I was thinking about the times we wished on them as children. How that lady just appeared out of nowhere. That she knew my name, but I didn't recognize her. So you were sad, she said. Of course I was. They told us there were ways to come back for a little while. I just never imagined this way. Who told you? The people in charge of looking after newcomers in the in-between. Guardians, basically. They told you you could come back and you didn't? I began to tear. I was beyond hurt. My body tightened as I fought back the urge to cry. It's not that simple, Cora. I can't just come into this world whenever I want. But I wish for you, and you're here now. It wasn't that hard. No, not for you, because you are the caller. Yes. You, the living, have called me, the dead, back to the world of the living. That's how it works. Can you see me there, or anyone else? Sometimes we get glimpses of things that happen here. Some of the other spirits are older and more advanced than I am. Let's go into the house, I said. Have you been able to see any part of it since you left? She shook her head no. We went into the house, and she stood there looking around. Not much has changed since I left. Yeah, well, you know, Mom and Dad, once they like how something is, they usually stick with it. She laughed. Do you remember that ugly wallpaper they had? Oh, the one with the cats. Yes. My God, it was ugly. I never thought I could put the words ugly and pictures of cats in the same sentence, but it happened. She walked around the house some more, going through the kitchen drawers, noticing that we had a new coffee pot and that Mom had finally bought those 2 rugs she really wanted. It's sad. There are so many things that Mom and Dad wanted to do. It's because of me they didn't get to do them, isn't it? Of course not. I want them to be happy. I want you to be happy. We are. Well, as happy as we can be. We miss you, Claire. And I miss you. Every time I see you, even those tiny glimpses, I just want to pull you in. I want to hold you so tight. All 3 of you, and never let you go again. I'm sorry that Mom and Dad can't see you. It's okay. Perhaps it's for the best. And I'm going on like 13 minutes, so I will end this one here, and we will see if I continue, or I'm able to continue tonight. But anyways, if you stuck around, thanks for watching, and yes, more will be coming.